Hello students. In the last video we have seen how to initialize an array. So in this video we'll do a program looking at how we use one dimensional arrays. Alright. So the program is to check whether the given string is palindrome or not. So I hope everyone of you know what is palindrome string, or if you don't know we'll discuss here. Okay. So palindrome means if we read the word or the string from both ways, it will give the same meaning. Say if a word is A B C D and C B A. So if we read this way, it gives the same meaning if we read the reverse way, right? If we read this way, what we are getting A B C D C B A. If we read in the opposite way or direction also, we will get A B C D C B A. So those words which you, or those strings which you read from both the sides gives the same meaning, then it is called palindrome. Say another example is Malayalam, right? So if you read Malayalam from both sides, it will spell the same, Malayalam. Opposite side also Malayalam, right? So those strings that gives spells the same, if you read from both sides, that is called palindrome. So we'll create a C program. We'll create a C program where we can check whether the entered string or entered word is palindrome or not. So as we know, string is a collection of character, and for that we have to create an array, right? So for that we will need an array of type character, right? Of character type array we will need, say we can give any name. Say array, we have given name, there will be a maximum size, right? Now say let us consider a string A B C D A, right? So this is a string, so I have to check whether this string is palindrome or not. For that, what it should be? It should be this and this, both ways it will spell the same. So how will check that? So first we have to take the first element in the first index, or for now let's say the first letter, right? First character will check with whom? We will check with the last letter or last character. If only the first character is same with the last character, then only it will be palindrome, right? Then only at the beginning it will be the same character. If it is different, it will not be a palindrome, right? Similarly, in the second place character must be equal to the second last character, right? Understood? And if this is in the middle, then no need to, because both side it will reach at the same point, right? So the thing is, what the logic is, that the first character, or in array view, if we say the first element must be equal to the last element, and the value of the second index must be equal to the value of the second last index, right? Now see, what I am doing is, virtually you can say I am dividing this array into two parts in the middle, right? So I, from this part I will check this half with this half, right? So if it is odd number, then one element will stay in between. So I am dividing the length of the array into two halves. So here if the length of the array is A B C D A, what is the length? 5. That is, I am dividing it into 5 by 2. 5 by 2 means, as we know, if we divide the integer by integer, it will give value integer. so decimal point will not come. If normally we divide, it is 2.5, but we will take the only integer part, right? So it will be 2. So the array will be divided into two parts of two elements, two halves of two elements, right? So with this logic we'll start the programming. So let's start. So first I will take a variable L. L will be say length where user can enter the size of the array. Then or at the beginning you can take an array, you surely need say char arr array name, say maximum size is 50, right? Integer L where user can enter by himself or herself the value of the size of the array he needs. So I will ask the user printf enter the size of the array. Now I will, once the size is entered, I will ask the user printf enter the elements in the array, right? See, this way we have already initialized. We can do another way is what dynamically we can initialize by say we don't tell the user to keep the size. Okay, say it carefully. It is another way of initializing an array or taking the elements of an array. What we'll do, we'll not ask the user to give the size. Okay, we'll directly say enter the elements in the array. Okay, now I will do what is I will write a function gets. Okay, gets first inside bracket or parenthesis I will write the array name. So now whatever the user will enter, which will be less than 50 because 50 is the maximum size I have given. So the number of elements the user will enter, it will keep on entering the array. Okay, so where the user stops, say user has entered 10 elements, so already automatically the length of the array becomes 10, the value of the L becomes 10. Okay, we no need to run the loop to enter every element. Okay, so this is another way of initializing. Now see, when you have written function gets, or where in below also I will write another function of string. So this is string function. For that header file we have to write okay. So there are many string functions, you can go look out in book, textbook or internet. There are many string functions. So whenever you will write the string functions, you have to write this header, you have to include this header file because the definition of those functions are given in this header file. All right, so after that we'll do what, see here I have taken L. Okay, in L what I have said, I will keep the length of the string. Why? Because I need to find the palindrome, I have to divide the length by 2. After that I can check. So for that I have to take the length, but here I am not, user has not entered the length. Like in the last video the user has entered the size of the array, but here we have not made the user to enter the size of the array. User has directly entered what? The elements. So the array size has automatically been fixed, or the user has entered, but it is not saved in value L. You get the point? So for that, what we'll do? We'll do is L equal to, sorry, I've written I, L equal to, there is a function called strlen. Remember, it's a very important function. What? Strlen, that stands for string length. Okay, so which string length I need? Obviously there is one string only, or one array only, that is array, right? Arr. So as soon as this line runs, whatever the size of the array arr, it will be saved where? In L automatically. Okay, next I will say what? Now see, what I have to do is check, keep on checking. So how many elements are there? I have to keep on checking the first element to its respective last element, then the second element to its respective second last element. If there are more characters, then third element to its respective third last character. Okay, so I am doing the same thing again and again. So what I will do, I will run a loop. So loop will be up for, from where the loop will begin. See here, see, if so, see, the loop will begin from where? Here. So this value is always, the starting index value is 0, right? Now say I'll check which one, this to this. So that means I can take these index values as I. So that means what? I will check for array I. With array I will check which one? This one, that is, I will check whether this is equal to what? L minus 1, right? That means the index value, I have always said the index, maximum index value of the array will be the size minus 1. In the last video also I have discussed, earlier video also I have discussed. So here is size is 5. So it will, the first element 0 in the index 0 will be compared with the last element in the array, that is in index L minus 1, 5 minus 1, that is 4. Okay, again second value will be, second value, that is I will be incremented, right? I plus plus. So second, for here, for the second I value, it will be compared with what? L minus 2, right? So if I say this is I plus 1, so it is compared with L minus 2. For that, what I can do? And see, the thing is, here it is pointing one half up to this, another half up to this, right? So this half will run up to where? From I equal to 0 up to length by 2, right? That means what? From the first, for this example, from the first up to the second character, you can say it will run, right? So see, what we will do for this beginning, I will check what? I equal to 0, I up to where? Less than L by 2. It is till less than L by 2, that is 0 and 1 we will check here, right? We have checked, when we have seen the example, we have checked 0 and 1 only with, so I plus plus. Now for this side, up to how much we are checking? we are checking first this one L, then L minus L minus 1, then L minus 2. If there are more elements, it will keep on going left. So this for directly in which what equation we can show. You can pause the video and think that how we can show it directly, or I am writing it is I minus 1, L minus I minus 1. So see, at the beginning L is what, 5, right? 5 minus I is, now I is at the beginning, I is 0. So 5 minus 0 minus 1 is equal to 4. So array of or ARR of 4. Next it will be what, when I will be incremented, this side it will be element in the index 1, and this side it will be element in index L minus 1 minus 1, which is what, 3. So similarly, when it will be 2, the value of I here also be 2, then it will be 5 minus 2 minus 1, that is 2. So like this, that is the logic. Okay, so let's do it in program. So for what I'll do, 0 equal, I equal to 0 up to square half of the array, right? It will go half of the size of the array. So L divided by 2. So here see, I have not written less than equal to y, because the size is always minus than the index value is always 1 less than the maximum size which we are taking. So here we have started 0 from the index value. I is representing the index value. So L and L is represent the size of the array. So L by 2 means it is based on size of the array, but I always minus 1 with it, right? If I write I less than equal to L by 2, then I have to write minus 1 with it. Okay, so then I plus plus, we will start the loop. So see, the loop will be, again I have to check if, or I have to say if ARR, array of in first index, is equal to L minus 1 minus I, L minus I minus 1, then printf, I will say print, I can say print it as palindrome, or simply you can write palindrome. But here the problem is what, that here the problem will occur, what is, let's see, yeah, here the problem will arise that, say if this is the array, say this is equal, but this is not equal. So when in the first iteration it will check a and a, it is equal, correct? So it will directly, the program will directly print what, palindrome. See, okay, this. So when it is showing ARR of I, so when it is the first loop, I is value is 0, right? So this is 0, this is, so this will compare to this, so this is equal, so it will directly show palindrome, but it will be wrong. Why? When this will run, this will also show palindrome, but this is this same, no, so the string is not palindrome. So it's better to do what, it's better not to check whether the first and the respective last value is equal or not. Instead we'll check what, whether they are not equal or not. Understood? we'll check whether they are not equal. If they are not equal, then we can say it is not palindrome, right? If any of the value is not equal, then we can say it is not palindrome. So we'll check for not equal. Okay, not a palindrome. So if both value in the first half respective second half of the array value is not equal, then it is not a palindrome. Okay, so break, because once it is not a palindrome, so this is what we have written break, because if even a single letter is not a in a means not equal or not the same, then it is directly, we can say it is not a palindrome. We don't need to run the loop again, we no need to check it again, right? We no need to check for other characters or other elements, right? So then we'll close it, and now at the end we'll write what? If I is equal to L by 2, then we'll print what? We'll print say it is a palindrome. Okay, so why? See, this will happen when? This will only happen when, means I is the counter that is started from 0, right? So if I draw here, so I is what? I is moving in which direction? This direction. So I will reach, say for here L by 2 will be, it is 5, so L by 2 will be 2, that is, so I will reach up to this only when all the characters are same. So I will reach up to I equal to L by 2 will be when all the characters are same, that is all the characters are in palindrome. So only when all the characters, opposite characters are same, then only it will reach there. So that's why we consider that when I equal to L by 2, then only we will print it is a palindrome. Alright, so let's save it and check. Okay, so one error is showing. Yes, we have taken L, but we have not taken I, right? We have not declared I. Yeah, sorry. So here we need, no error. Let's see. So enter the elements in the array. Say Malayalam. Let's check. it is a palindrome, right? See, Malayalam is a palindrome string, so it is came, it is a palindrome. So now let's say we take another string without palindrome, say, so it's a not a palindrome. Let's see what's the output. Not a palindrome. Okay, I hope you have understood. If not, please feel free to contact me. Thank you.